Hello, lovely people. Thank you for stopping by our channel. This is the Juvenile Issues in Cambridge. Today I have very good news for you. Did you know that the University of Cambridge has just announced that it has got well over 300 vacancies waiting to be filled? Now, if you're looking to working for the university as a researcher, as an academic support staff, or looking for something casual, then the good news is that Lordina has just prepared a video tutorial where she walks you through how to apply for a job on the University of Cambridge website, including certain job alerts, so that whenever the university advertises any job that is related to your skill set or your area of interest, you'll be the first to know. So without much ado, let's go straight into the video. Please subscribe.
Okay, so let's go right into this tutorial. So first you go to Google and you type in the University of Cambridge jobs and it will load this page for you. Okay, so we click on it and then you can see there are four, let me just zoom in there. There are four job groups: academic, research, academic related, and assistant. And I'll explain to you and later about that. And then further down, this is where you'd find all the job openings. Okay, so we have academic, research, professorship, directorship, academic related, assistant staff, studentships, all the university jobs, colleges and affiliated institution jobs. And then you can also set up a job alert with this button down here, okay, using your email. And then that way you get informed about all the jobs. So let's, as soon as they become available, let's go to the top of the page. You can see here, so there are various tabs that you can click through to get very relevant information. So if you're applying for a job, you can click on this tab and then you can read. There's a very useful PDF document here that you can click open and it gives you guidance. It gives guidance to all new applicants, so that can be really good. That would be really good for you. And then this tab here is where you would go to once you've applied. It will bring you to this tab. Okay, then you log in with, and then you go to my applications. That is after creating a login. Let's go back to the job opportunities page. So we are back here, and over here there's this tab. There's a dedicated tab for all the immigration related documents that you may need to show evidence that you can work for the university. So there are two categories, list A and list B, so you can read through it and find out if you have some of the documents that the university will require for you to work with them. If you click on it, you can download it and it gives you a list. So that's quite handy, isn't it? Then here on this tab, you find all the benefits that you get by working with the university. Okay, a lot of information here. Excellent benefits, a welcoming and inclusive environment, extensive development opportunities, a chance to get involved in the wider university community, stunning surroundings. We all know that Cambridge is a very beautiful city. Then in this tab, you find information about living in Cambridge. Okay, all these are hyperlinks that you can click to get further information. Okay, so that is also very, very useful. And here, these last two tabs, temporary work and work experience, you click on it. I'd say with the temporary work, when you click on it, it will take you to a page where the university is recruiting for temporary workers, and especially it becomes beneficial if you've newly arrived in Cambridge and you're looking for job opportunities and you want to get a feel of how it is to work with the university, you can click to apply and then do temporary work. Okay. And then here also in the second tab, work experience, this is for maybe students who are in between levels of their education, they've got some time, gap year, then you can apply to get some relevant work experience. And then finally, the last tab is for volunteering, and you can volunteer to work with the university. The university welcomes volunteers as well. So let's go to jobs. Okay, let's go to the jobs page again. Let's go to academic jobs, the first tab. Okay, so here, this section lists all the jobs that are related to the academic work of the university. And I find that most of the jobs here are um, for assistant professors, um, senior teaching associates, all that. And most of these, this is what we would refer to in Africa mostly as lectureship jobs. Okay. So you can click on any of the positions here and it will take you to its own dedicated page. So like if you were to click on um, teaching associate in Japanese language, okay, you see it takes you to its own page, and you on the right here is the quick details of the job, okay, and it tells you when the starting date is and whether it's a permanent or fixed term job. So you can see this one is a permanent full-time position. And then down here, it tells you what you need to apply. So a covering letter, your CV, and references. Okay, so that's also very interesting. Let's go back to academic. And I find that for academic related jobs, most of the time they would require a PhD, a minimum of a PhD. Okay. But if you click into any job opportunity, it gives you the specific job requirements, so you can read that as well. Let's go into research tab, the research staff group. So we all know that the university does a lot of world leading research, and here are all the jobs that are research related, assuming you are research related. Now here also, I find that much of the requirements starts with a minimum of a PhD, but then there's research assistant roles as well, and those don't require a PhD, but you probably will be on your way to submitting your PhD, or if you have still a degree, a first degree or a master's degree, you'd find that you have extensive research experience, okay, using particular research methodology. And it all lists it over here. And then down here, you can see the department that the job role is tenable as at, because we know the university has several departments, okay. So if you were to click on, let's say this one, research assistant in research assistant, okay, Faculty of Education, you'd see it says applicants will have a PhD or be close to completion. Okay, so in this regard, you get the lower salary band, which will be after the PhD, you would be promoted to go into the 34,308 band. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, let's go to the professorship group. And here, these are the directors of the various departments of the university, of the various institutions of the university. And here you'd find that it requires a minimum of a PhD and extensive knowledge or work or of understanding of how the university works and how universities operate and management. Okay, So then we go to academic related job roles as well. These are all the roles that support the university as it completes its academic um, functions. Okay, so we have roles like widening participation manager. So if you click on it, you can view further information. So this one says the Cambridge Admissions Office. So that's where the job will be based at. It's looking to appoint um, to the new post of widening participation manager to join the dynamic widening participation team at an exciting time in its development. Okay, so that's very interesting. That's a very interesting opportunity. And if you have any further queries or questions, you can email the head of the widening participation at this email address. Okay, let's go to assistant staff. So normally these are for administrators, experienced administrators who work alongside um, the academics of the university and ensure the smooth running of the university business and education. So we have opportunities like chief technician, of desktop service analyst, energy assistant, exams administrator, and all of these. And under there, you'd find the department, the specific department of faculty that is recruiting for that role in the pale black color down there. And then right to the right of the job role is a salary, the reference if you want to ask any question, and the time for which the date for which the job will remain live until. Okay, then if you come to studentships, these are all the these are all the scholarships that are available, what we refer to in Africa as scholarships. These are the ones that are available for specific topics, funded research. Okay, so if you go down, you see something like AstraZeneca funded PhD studentship. So if you are successful, assuming you apply for one of these and you are successful, you'd be contributing towards this research and then gaining a PhD at the same time. So you'd finish with a PhD, you complete with a PhD. Okay. So if you were to go into, for instance, this role, studentship in display image quality. Okay. The applications are invited for a PhD studentship in display quality. The goal is to develop algorithms for automated assessment of the quality of electronic displays, OLED, LCD, and others when presenting typical video content. And this is down here is a research group, and here is all about the candidates. So this is where you'd use to create a bespoke CV and covering letter for the role in order to apply. Okay. So it says over here, we seek candidates with a strong background in computer science, color science, and or image processing. So you apply and you make sure you highlight this. You must have a first class honors degree or equivalent, although a master's is particularly desirable, with a particular interest in color, image processing, and machine learning. Okay, so a lot of opportunities here. Let's go back to the jobs page. When you come down here, you'd see that for some people they find it easier to click here where all the university jobs are listed. So as you saw, 312 live jobs, so many opportunities. I'm sure you'd find something of interest that matches your qualification, knowledge, and experience. If we go back to the jobs page, down here as well, you can see college and affiliated institutions jobs. So we know the university has 31 colleges. In all of the colleges, you can apply to work specifically with a college rather than the university itself. So, like this role, for instance, it says academic community manager, and that's at Hughes Hall, administrator, that's at St. Edmund's College. And then associate communication officer, that's with the WCMC. So you can check here. If you find that you haven't found any job to your fancy, then I'd advise you to come right here and create a job alert so that you don't miss any job opportunity that gets posted. And it's very simple to subscribe to the weekly email alerts. You just fill in your basic details, which department that you are probably interested in, a minimum salary, and then you just subscribe. It's as easy as that. Okay, so that's all for today's tutorials. Thank you very much for listening.